Are the results of hair transplant immediate or they take time to show up? I am Dr. B.K. Garg, plastic and cosmetic surgeon, practicing in Delhi and Gurugram since last 15 years. Dear friends, in this video we will discuss how long does it take for hair transplant result to show up. Hair transplant is clinical hair restoration procedure in which we transfer hair roots from back and sides of the scalp to the area of loss. When they come to us, they want to know whether these results will be immediate. Sometimes they have some important social event or engagement planned few weeks down the line, and they want to know whether they can show their newly implanted hair after 3 weeks or a month or so. Now, it's very important to understand that natural hair restoration procedure is a surgical procedure in which only hair roots are implanted. And hair follicle has a natural growth cycle. There is no way to disrupt that or to change that. Hair restoration procedure typically takes around 4 to 6 hours to perform and is done under local anesthesia. Post procedure, you see some small scabs or blood clots in the area of implantation. By 8 to 10 days time, these scabs and clots are completely clear and you can see the newly implanted follicles very clearly on your scalp. Now, in next few weeks, these newly implanted follicles will start shedding. When we say shedding, we mean that the visible portion of hair follicle will fall out, and this shedding is almost complete by generally 4 to 6 weeks, and more than 90% of implanted follicles may shed. But this is not a cause of concern or worry, because these new follicles, their roots are still intact. Their roots are still implanted deep into skin and they are still there. So this is not a cause of concern. This is natural hair growth cycle. By end of 2 months, you may see that there is nothing in the implanted area, or you may see that the newly implanted follicles have completely disappeared, and so much so that that area may appear completely empty, and sometimes you may feel that as if nothing has been done. In the meantime, your own hair, the native hair, non-transplanted hair, will continue to grow at their normal pace. So we say that around 2.5 months to 3 months time, you get your pre-surgery look, which means that the whatever hair you had before surgery, because they were trimmed at time of surgery most of the times, those hair have grown back. By end of 3 months, you generally start seeing growth of newly implanted follicles. These follicles, they do not grow at same time. Only some of them will start growing, and they are very thin to begin with. By end of 3 months, we see around 10% growth. By end of 4 months, we generally see around 30 to 40% growth. But still, even these 30 to 40% hair, they are quite thin. By 6 months, you get to see significant growth, and we get early idea of your final outcome. But hair growth continues for 9 to 12 months. By 9 months, we have very good idea of your final outcome, but hair texture and hair thickness may still continue to improve. It's known and it has been noticed that in many patients, hair growth after transplant may continue to improve for 12 to 15 months. So sometimes we may see late result. This late result can be seen as many as 10 to 20% of clients who underwent hair restoration procedure. So whatever we see generally by end of 1 year, we consider it final, although by few percentage points, these results can improve over a period of few more months. Texture of hair in the initial months of growth can be curly, they can be rough, and sometimes they may be thin. Even after getting full density by around 8 to 9 months, we have seen that results look better by end of 13 to 14 months. That largely happens because of improvement in texture. The hair becomes smoother and they become straighter if they were curly earlier. So hair transplant results are not immediate, they take time, and it's a long journey. If you have any more queries regarding hair transplant procedures, please get back to us. We'll be very happy to help you. Thank you very much.